Hello, Virgo. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing another bonus reading for Virgos as you continue to have some of the highest viewership on these readings. So I'm going to continue to send you out your own readings. So glad that you're here. Thank you. What's hidden from Virgo? Thank you. Outcome and advice. That's taken a while. Feels like we're finding just the right cards. All right, Virgo. The overall energy of today's reading is the Five of Cups. Loss, upset, emotions, difficult emotions. This is being I'm feeling like stuck in grief, stuck in the grief and the sadness. Can't move past some type of loss. What's interesting is I feel like this loss that you lost the taste for whatever this is, and there's this upset that it's gone, even though if you had whatever this is back, it doesn't feel like you want it back. But there's wounds, there's hurt, there's emotions around loss, regrets, disappointments. Feels like something didn't turn out the way you expected. So there were some unmet expectations that you had. It feels like it's just so disappointing. Two of Swords is a fog of confusion. Feels like there's a choice. You might be this or that thinking. And there might be a third alternative that you might not be seeing. Very confusing. Ace of Cups. All right. Looks like you're learning, or there's an invitation to love yourself. Heal. Do not give from an empty cup, to give from overflow. I'm drawn to the lotus flowers that are here in this pond that your energy can flow into. Very peaceful energy as well. The lotus flowers are wisdom. Lotus flowers grow out of murky, muddy water and create these beautiful flowers that deal with, oftentimes are associated with wisdom. And so there's something here about healing yourself, loving yourself through this hurt and pain, loss, that woundedness. Wow, lots of new. Wow, Queen of Cups with her back turned, and then another ace. Ace of Pentacles this time, Virgo. There's a lot of new energy coming in after a loss. There's some confusion, a fog of confusion. It feels like it's hard to find because there's so many emotions. Five of Cups of emotions. I don't know about you, but I can't make a decision, a good decision, when I'm in my emotions, when I'm in any type of expanded state, whether I'm in fire energy, that's an expanded state. And so I self-care. And if I'm in watery energy, very watery, Five of Cups, then I recognize self-care. I got to take care of me and these emotions, because water, yeah, you can kind of see through water, but it creates ripples and distortions and illusions, exaggerations. And so I realized that I do not make good decisions when I'm in my watery, fiery, in an expanded state. And so I take care of myself, self-care, and heal. And that's what it looks like, so I can create new opportunities that I'm interested in. And that's what it looks like here. Loving yourself through this, nurturing, when you accept your emotions, when you don't say, oh, this hurt is because of that person, and then you reject those emotions, or you try to separate and blame someone else, then that stops the healing process. It's saying this hurt is because of that person, that person. I'm not responsible for these hurts that I'm feeling, which disempowers yourself instead of, okay, I perceive that this person created this hurt within me, but it is my hurt because I am feeling it. And so I'm going to take care of my hurt and heal my hurt, which is so empowering. So you understand, once you heal, once you accept the woundedness and process through your own woundedness, not others, but your own woundedness and hurt, disappointment, regret, the more you can identify, not just I feel bad, I feel hurt, but get curious. And that's what I'm doing in these readings. It feels like disappointment. It feels like regret. It feels like things not going as you expected. And those are tough emotions, and to sit with it. Once you can kind of separate out those emotions, then you get an emotional EQ. You have more intelligence around your own emotions. Then I get curious even more. Where am I feeling in my body these emotions? I'm feeling it in my heart space. Queen of Cups, heart chakra, upset. And then I'm feeling it in my belly. Emotions there. And just get curious. Keep going. And feel. Be present with yourself, with your wounds. What's interesting is the more you can sit with and process through your emotions, then on the other side of processing your emotions, the other side of feeling them as your own, getting curious, then they process through your experience and the emotions can clear. And what you're left with is wisdom. And you can't teach wisdom. Wisdom only comes from experiences. And so what I'm getting here is being able to sit with your hurts and your upset, loving yourself through this. It's okay that I'm feeling this. It's uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's okay to feel that. I'm also getting, some of you might, it might be helpful to have like EDMR, some type of therapy, someone who can hold space so you can feel what you're feeling, not telling the story. That might be some of the Two of Swords energy, getting stuck in the story. Let go of the story and sit with the emotions, sit with how you're feeling. And it looks like with the Queen of Cups and with her back turned, that you heal. You become a different, more expanded version of yourself, someone who you prefer. You can allow the experiences that you've gone through, the difficult experience, to shape you into who you prefer to be. Can you control experiences? No. Can you control what happens to you? No. But how you react to those experiences, how you learn how to take care of yourself and love yourself through it so you can shape yourself into a new version and invite in new experiences. that are different than these past experiences. If you don't process those emotions, a lot of times you just go out and you keep repeating, which brings up in these readings that I do, a lot of times people will say, that's someone from 15 years ago. And you're talking about it like it's current, tarot reader. And what's interesting is that even if that energy was 15 years ago, if it's still activated in your space, you might be attracting that same energy, but just in someone else's avatar, someone else in that energy, until you clear that type of energy out. Even I've been, when I'm doing a tarot reading, and I'm like, oh, this is someone from my past that I'm reading that doesn't have any access to me, so it's not a reading for me, my perception. And then someone exactly in that energy from the past shows up in my experience. And so it might not be that person, but it's the energy that we're talking about, the belief systems, the way of operating. And so if you want to change the story, not create repetition, once you heal, then it allows you to open up new doors, new experiences. All right. In What's Hidden, I love these cards. We've got the Sun card with what looks like two kids. Very interesting. And then we've got, the Sun and the Moon. Oh, okay. And then the Two of Pentacles. Okay. A choice, a decision. Twos coming out. So it feels like you're at a choice point. Decisions. I don't like that you're going from sun to moon in What's Hidden. You're going from clarity and happiness into confusion. More and more confusion. What's causing this going from happiness to more confusion, more sadness, more illusion, what's interesting? Nine of Swords, a comfort zone. Stuck in a comfort zone, the way you're seeing things might be a comfort zone that's keeping you away from your own happiness. A belief system, a relationship, whatever that comfort zone is. It's very stuck energy. It's repeating. This is my card for Groundhog's Day. Repeating the same day, repeating the same pattern because of stuck perceptions. And that's also very clarifying for the Sun to the Moon, going from happiness to more and more confusion. It feels like it's around emotions and disappointments that are keeping you stuck in some type of comfort zone. Maybe I'm right, they're wrong. Black and white type of thinking. Twos. Binary. It feels like there's something you could really learn here. Learn from your emotions. Learn from the hurt. To get to wisdom and allow what you've experienced to shape you into who you prefer. Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Knight of Wands is a world builder, someone who goes after what they desire, takes action. It looks like you need to take action. Some choices, some decisions, real world. In the overall energy, the Two of Swords feels like a a way of thinking. You're finding a different way of thinking other than what you have been. A third solution, something you haven't thought of. A different way of relating to this hurt and upset that you've experienced. And it feels like you've been stuck in lesson. Maybe you've been stuck in this lesson. In emotions, in woundedness. And maybe why you're stuck is thinking that your woundedness is someone else's responsibility to heal. Even if when you're a child and woundedness happens, once you're an adult, it's your responsibility. If you want to heal, you don't have to do any of this, right? But if you are interested in healing to get out of this upset, 5 of Cups, disappointment, woundedness, sadness, then taking action. In the 3D, getting out of lesson, facing your fears, doing anything differently. And it feels like there's different choices. With the Hierophant, it feels like you might be learning a new way. Maybe a teacher is showing up. Oh, I'm also getting the tradition, Taurus energy here. Very traditional, very set. Maybe this is how you were raised. That, which would create codependency, dependency. So if someone hurts you, they're responsible. Maybe there's a belief system in your family, in your religion, that person then needs to heal you. That you can't heal your woundedness without that person healing you. But that's disempowering you. If you need something from the person that wounded you, you need them to say something, do something before you heal, then they've still got control over you. They're taking your power away. You're giving your power away. When someone wounds me and I recognize the woundingness, the triggering, the activation, it's all mine. So it's mine to process through, to work through. And then once I heal my emotions, once I get back to neutrality, then I make decisions about that connection, about that relationship, healthy boundaries, change something up, let them know that activity isn't welcome, or some type of healthy boundary, some type of shift, changing something, but not needing them to change in order for my woundedness to heal, because then you're just staying wounded and everybody else can manipulate your emotions and play in your wounds. All right, anything else that Virgo needs to know? That looks good. Okay, outcome and advice. We've got the Knight of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Swords in reverse as well. Rushing to conclusions. Boy, Knight of Swords is rushing fast energy to a negative conclusion. With the Ace of Swords, the 3 of Swords in reverse, triangulation, betrayal. Someone rushing in, creating some type of betrayal. It's so interesting. What does Virgo need to know? Tower reversed, 4 of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Swords reversed. There's so many swords. Instead of trying to keep things from falling apart, false realities. Okay. That might also, you might have been raised to be a fixer, make things, smooth things over, make people feel better. It feels like if that's true, Virgo, like you kind of rush in to make people feel better. And you might be waiting for the people to come in and help you heal, help carry your emotional burdens. And instead, it feels like you're learning a different way to relate to your emotions. Instead of fixing, being a fixer, trying to keep things from falling apart. There's something here. Four of Swords in reverse is my no contact card. Definitely, if someone is causing you pain and heartbreak, the woundedness is yours, but also how you deal with that person is up to you as well. So you've got to figure out, is this a connection worth fixing? Is it repairable? Can they understand if I explain that activity was harmful for me, that it hurt me? Do they care? Do they want to? Do they get curious, or do they get defensive? If they get defensive, it feels like they lack the emotional maturity to connect in a mature way. And so make decisions on that. But there's something here about you taking control of your behavior and not needing anyone else to change. You can change the relationship to that person, the access to you, make it more difficult, create more boundaries. But then there's something here about people who just don't want to mature. They want to stay in this. You triggered me, you activated something within me, and so I need you to fix this, which creates giving your power away. And they can yank you around by those wounds. It looks like with the Eight of Swords in reverse, there's a lot of limiting beliefs, ways that you used to relate to the world. It's interesting. This has been a lot about emotions, and in the outcome and advice is a lot of upper chakras, perception. Feels like once you learn how to process your emotions, sit with them, accept that they're your emotions to process through, and then glean the wisdom on the other side of processing those emotions, letting go of this old way of needing someone else to rescue you, to heal you, and waiting for people who've caused the pain to heal your pain. Feels like by changing that up, it changes a lot of your belief systems. Feels like with that wisdom, you're able to see people who are still stuck in this very reactive type of energy. Reactivity, people who don't have control of their own emotions and are making you responsible for how they're feeling. So it goes, there's two sides of a coin that I'm seeing here, that by seeing these messages and understanding them and applying them, that you start recognizing people who are trying to make you responsible for how they feel. So the flip side, the other side. and helps you make decisions about who you can connect with, who's mature enough, emotionally responsible for their own emotions and understands their emotions, instead of saying, here are my emotions, you made me feel this way, and giving you like a job to repair, to fix other people's emotions. And you're seeing people who just can't relate other than in that kind of stuck way of disempowering, of making others responsible for how you feel. So, wow. Interesting messages, Virgo. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here and all your comments and likes. It's just such a beautiful collective that I have here, and I'm so appreciative of each and every one of you. All right, take care.